All right. Good afternoon. Beautiful Tuesday, Tucson.
Is it fair to say that Colorado playing 40 minutes of zone was not part of the scout, not the expectation?
Yeah, I mean, hey, you expect the unexpected. You know, we spent time on our zone offense, and obviously it took us a little time to figure it out. And you know, credit to Colorado. I mean, Tad's a really good coach. He's been around for a minute. You know, obviously his team's not playing probably as well as he would hope, and you know, I mean, he was not afraid to let it rip today and try a few different things and in that and you know offensively. I mean, they ran some a lot of baseline screening action and stuff like that we hadn't seen all year. So you know, I mean that's so much for practice the last few days. You know, I told Tad like next time can you give me a little heads up? You know that you're going to play the game of 40 minutes of zone and run these baseline screens. It would kind of help with our preparation a little bit. But we had to figure it out and that's the beautiful thing about this game. It's complicated. You know, it's this amazing game that there's a lot of emotions in, and there's just so many random moments that you're just trying to, unravel it all the time. And, trust me, the moment you think you got to figure it out, man, you get humbled. And I thought our guys just did a good job hanging in there today, and we kind of went through the Rolodex of options and kind of figure it out, some stuff spacing-wise and a lineup-wise with our zone offense that kind of felt a little bit better, later in that second half. And defensively, we figured out some stuff, too, that felt a little bit better in the way we were guarding them.
You felt that Toby was the difference maker in this game. What did you see from him?
I mean, Toby's a beast. I mean, he was awesome on the glass. And, you play a zone. One thing a zone is hard to do sometimes is block out. And obviously we know Toby's a proficient rebounder, and I thought he really did a good job setting the tone early. I thought his second foul kind of stunted us a little bit, because I was going to I think I was kind of looking at maybe giving him kind of an extended run to start the game because I just felt his physicality was making a difference, and I wanted to get off to a good start.
If you get what you got today from Toby and Anthony and Trey, how good could this team be?
Well, I mean, I think this team can be really good, and I just think that we all got to understand it's not going to feel great all the time. And, I mean, I think if you look probably, it's one of those deals we've always said, you play against a team that zones a lot. There's just a little bit of a rhythm that's taken out of the game. And, from a fan perspective and a player's perspective, both, it doesn't feel right. But if you look at the end of the day, your efficiency is really close to where it normally is. So I just think that we just got to, make it feel a little bit better. And I think we can do that. But I think this team can be really good. And I still got my sleeves rolled up and my head down and my butt's up, and I'm digging a ditch. I mean, that's my mentality right now. I'm in it. I'm not thinking how good can we be. I'm not sitting there well, we could get to the second weekend. I mean, my mind's not there at all. My mind is get through Colorado. Let's find a way, and then we got a great Iowa State team coming in here on Monday.
I know your focus obviously is on Colorado, but was there any concern, big game Monday night, quick turnaround and all that?
I mean, there better not be. I mean, if our guys are, the way our seasons went, if our team is looking past anybody, they're not in the right lane. And, I think the message was pretty direct from our staff on that. And, as competitors, I don't know if our guys – I know they didn't overlook Colorado. I just think they came out, and I think Colorado tried some things. And Colorado has some good players. They have some good players. They've been right there in a few of these games. So, if you come out and, if your coaches put together a game plan, and let's say, hey, guys, we're going to go do something we've never done before. We've been struggling, and it starts to work. You know what that creates? Belief, excitement. That's why coaches do that. And I think they capitalized on that today. So I think our guys did a good job of, the game is steady, and they kind of cut back into it right before half. And then, we felt like we got a little lead on them. And then I think they came back again. And then I think we kind of were able to extend our lead a little bit. So I think our guys did a great job of hanging with it and sticking to the task at hand, which was get a W one possession at a time.
Can you talk about Anthony creating space and so forth? Did you figure, he'd have nights like this where you had a lot of zone and he was...
I've told Deli all along, you got to stay locked in and ready because there's going to be nights we might need you to be our leading scorer. And he did tonight. He was great. He was great. And, and then they kind of attacked him on defense. So then you end up in, a little bit stuck in between. Do you keep him on for his offense? Do you sub him out for his defense? And sometimes you just got to let a guy, play through it a little bit. And I think we were able to do that, and tonight, and he delivered. So Delhi gets all the credit for that one.
About Jalen Bradley and his development at passing and being that point guard of the team from last season to where he is now, where he only has 7 points on 9 shots, but 6 assists and 1 turnover today.
Yeah, I mean, JB's made a ton of progress. I mean, he's really, become a steadying force for us. He's really has a consistency about him that I really appreciate. And he's somebody that I have a lot of belief in, and I'm very comfortable when he's out on the floor. And, he's come a long way. He's come a long way in a year and a half. And the cool thing about it is I still think there's a lot of room to grow.
Tommy, against the zone, did you feel like maybe at first the team was a little too passive in terms of attacking the paint?
I mean, a little bit. You want to attack the paint, but how? Do you attack it with a high post? Do you attack it with post-ups? And, I thought Trey got a couple baskets early against the zone, kind of getting it in there and, popped it into the high post, and they kind of played off him a little bit. And I think they were matching up man a lot of the times after the ball went into the high post. And then he was able to kind of, get down there with a little push floater or a little, shoulder to the chest, kind of a little bump floater. That was good. And then it just didn't feel like we had great rhythm for a while. And then kind of in the second half, we just kind of, I just going through the Rolodex, hey, you try Trey, you try Carter, you try Henry up there. And then, I knew Toby would be good down low. And then we went to a 4-guard lineup. Even with Carter, we told him, hey, just space it. Let's play 4 out and connect some passes and see if we could find some gaps and some driving lanes there. So I felt like that was the adjustment that had the most impact. But, usually in your zone offense, you don't go to 4 out right away. You go to, these other things. So we were able to kind of cycle ourselves through some things. And then our guys did a great job once we went 4 out, and the game looked a lot easier.
With the short turnaround, is tomorrow more a walkthrough, or is it a full practice day?
We'll have to see. I don't know yet. I haven't thought about it, So we'll see. I don't know. I mean, hey, we'll figure that out tomorrow. I mean, obviously you got a great team coming in here on Monday, and we as a staff will get together tonight and figure out what we feel like is the best path to victory. But I honestly haven't even thought about that.
Realizing you haven't scouted them, what's your early thoughts on what you've seen from Iowa State, maybe just watching?
Really good team, playing with a ton of confidence. They got a real identity, and and they own it. And it's been impressive. It's impressive to see. I mean, those 3 guards in the backcourt are rock solid. Their bigs are tough. The Jefferson kid's really coming on. So, they're formidable. And, when you have an identity and you have confidence and you have veteran, experienced players that are used to winning, man, that's a potent combination. And they have those.
Some of the guys have talked about, that obviously they want to win the Big 12. I mean, is this an opportunity to really make a statement with this team coming in?
I thought we made a statement today. You won a game at home in the Big 12. Well, I don't think it's anything more than that. I'm not going to, make it as our season hinges on Monday, but obviously it's a great opportunity for our program, and we ain't even thinking about winning the Big 12. Not yet. And you got to earn that right. You got to earn that right, because anything else is just words, and I hate words. I like action. So let's see if we get there. Let's see if we get there, and if we get there, it'll be a hell of an accomplishment, and we'll figure it out. But if we don't, we're going to fight to get to the NCAA tournament and see what can happen there. But we're not in the position as a program right now to be talking about winning the Big 12.
You mentioned that you told Henry your own scouting work now. Today got a rough first half, bounced back in the second. How was he handled?
Yeah, I mean, he's getting there. It's just there's going to be some ups and downs. But, I mean, obviously you guys see Henry. He could be a game changer. And, whether it's foul trouble or – just kind of easing himself into the game. I think he's got to figure that out a little bit in the first half. I mean, it's not like he's playing so many minutes he needs to pace himself. So, I mean, I would like to see a little quicker start from him. But that's part of, hey, I mean, it's like going to dirt bags. It's part of growing up. It takes time. It takes time.
Just speak to the scoring droughts that Arizona has kind of gone through, like 4 to 5 minute scoring droughts in most games.
Yeah, in most games. Well, I don't know specifically what you're talking about. I don't know how often we're doing that. I think there's times our offense looks really good. I think there's times it doesn't. And, I don't know. I would have to go back and see. And I don't have any, like, real data in front of me here to say what, to either to agree with you or contradict you. But I think, good offense is built on a lot of things. It's built on good defense. It's built on rebounding. That gets you in transition. They get you easy baskets. It's built on foul pressure. That gets you in the bonus. These are all the ways you can hedge your bet on half-court offense. You know what? Half-court offense is really hard. It's really hard. And it's no secret. If you look at efficiency in teams, true half-court offenses, it's always lower than transition. It's always lower than offensive rebounds. So, I think the more times you can get yourself out of half-court offense, and be efficient and in the open court is good. So, to me, that's probably what I would say. Are we getting enough stops? Are we rebounding the ball well enough? Because those things usually kickstart your offense.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Enjoy the women's game tonight, guys.